Good evening, everybody. Really good to see you. Welcome to another live session on Goki Play and Instagram. We're just going to wait a few more minutes for people to join in. Mahesh has already sent me a request to join in, so we'll be shortly joined by Mahesh.
Hi, Vishal.
Hi, Mahesh. Good evening. It's
Good
really good to see
evening.
you.
Yeah.
I can see a much more trimmer and slimmer look. That's amazing.
Hope I've been losing weight in the right places.
Yeah. We will certainly talk about your health journey during this lockdown. But it's really interesting and how technology has been able to connect us. So I think we'll be waiting for a few more minutes as more and more people will be joining us. So it's been quite a since yesterday. Modi ji has made zones in the country, and we are in the red zone. So I'm celebrating that with a red T-shirt. But anyway,
I'm
uh,
in the red zone too, but I thought let me be positive by wearing a green t-shirt.
great, amazing. I think we'll probably wait a few more minutes. More people are joining in. So we are, by the way, live on Instagram as well as Goki's own platform, Goki Play. We have thousands of people who typically join into these sessions, and we're going to make it as interactive as possible. So for
Sure.
people who are just joining in today, I'm having a conversation with Mahesh, CEO of Kotak General Insurance. As you know, Kotak is a very big player in the entire banking and finance space and insurance space. And insurance specifically has been in the news now as the COVID cases are rising in India. Healthcare systems are trying to cope up with it, but the big discussion around what is really going to be the future of health. How are people going to keep fit? And what is the role insurance companies are going to have in this new COVID world? So we have a lot to discuss. We have a lot of interesting points here, and I have an amazing speaker and guest, Mahesh. Mahesh has been a veteran actually in the entire space. He's been with multiple large companies, and now he's been with Kotak actually in the core management team for over 15 years, right, Mahesh? That's quite a long time.
Yeah, I've
Or more.
completed 15 years in Kotak. Before that, I was an entrepreneur like you, so been on both sides.
Exactly, right. So he's seen it all. He's been on the other side, that is being running a company. But now, clearly, Mahesh has been for 15 years at the forefront of the financial world and really navigating the business world, as we put it. But right now, really, we are at a very important juncture. Like everybody knows, India is comparatively doing better than the rest of the world. We do have crossed over 1,000 deaths, over 30,000 cases, but it still seems to be doing much better than some of the other countries which are struggling. Luckily, our healthcare system is still holding on. We are still not hearing of the kind of cases we've been seeing this. But clearly, there has been a lot of disruption all around. So let me first start with asking Mahesh on what is it that they are seeing on the ground as far as COVID is concerned, and what has been the impact of COVID on the insurance world, since that's something which directly impacts you.
Yeah, I think this is like a black swan event which has again happened. I don't think any of us in any circumstances would have
I think maybe you
envisaged the
could be a
situation.
little louder, Mahesh. Maybe your voice, yeah, that would be better.
Yeah. So I think if any of us were asked about 3 months back or 4 months back, will the world be what it is today? I don't think even in our wildest imagination, one would have thought that the world will go into a lockdown. So this is by far the biggest black swan event, which has probably happened in our lifetime. Maybe if I go 2 generations back, my father, maybe the generation faced partition in India. Before that, there was the Great Depression and the Spanish flu, So, and there were landmark events like the wars we had, World War I, World War II. I think this is of that epic proportion, what has happened, and this is something in our lifetime we are seeing. I was born in 1968, so probably I was 3 years old when the Bangladesh war happened. So I've not seen anything like this and couldn't ever imagine in the wildest scenario that the world will come to a stop. So I think this is something that is unprecedented. And we are feeling the impact of that across the broader economy and more so in insurance. In insurance, in fact, what people have realized now is that these black swan events can happen. So Wimbledon is a fantastic example. I'm sure some of you have read the Wimbledon episode. Wimbledon, for those of you
I
who
mean,
don't know,
Mahesh, people are still not able to hear you clearly. A couple of other people are still commenting. So maybe slightly closer to the mic might help, to the
yeah,
phone
I
might
can do
help.
that. Is that better?
Yeah,
Is
that
that better?
sounds a little better. Yeah.
Yeah. So what Wimbledon did was, for the last 17 years, they bought a pandemic cover. The SARS happened in 2003, and for 17 years, they spent close to $1.5 million every year buying a pandemic cover. And in 2020, they paid a cumulative premium of close to 31 odd million, and they got a what do you call claim of 142 million. So that's the
Wow.
value of insurance. So today, I think customers will increasingly understand that these are not theoretical things that we speak about. These can happen, and this is reality. So I think on the insurance side, the companies, corporates, event managers like the Wimbledon sports events, even corporations will all start looking at pandemic insurance as one of the added clauses in their insurance program. Of course, it will cost them a little bit more, but then I would be okay if I paid $25 million for 17 years and got $143 million the year I wanted it most. So I think that's
But I
going to
think
be a key change.
there is a skepticism in people's mind, right? Like I know there when the earthquake had happened, a lot of people wanted earthquake insurance, and when the floods happened in Mumbai, I remember that everybody said, "Hey, you should get insurance on floods."
Yeah, yeah.
But somehow there is always a difference. I mean, I don't know what the truth is, but I know especially in general insurance category, when there is these floods and earthquakes and natural calamities, there
Yeah.
is some kind of an exclusion. So there was a whole confusion around, is pandemic now included, excluded? What happens if you're a business? As a small business, could I take a insurance? And then, of course, there is the entire insurance around, health
No, these are
insurance.
specific add-ons you need to buy. Unless you have bought that additional cover, in the normal course, that cover is not part of the normal product. But the only difference this time, Vishal, is that it's affected the whole world. Earlier earthquake, okay, Bhuj happened, or maybe some part of Latur happened. People in Tamil Nadu probably didn't feel the impact. This is something which is a global phenomenon today. So I think the post-COVID world will look very, very different in some of these aspects. Let's look at motor insurance. I believe, again, we have all been trying to innovate pay as you drive as a add-on in motor insurance, where you actually pay only for the kilometers that you drive. I think that will become something that everybody will start thinking, because if this kind of COVID
Absolutely right. I
happens,
mean,
my car has to
my
be
car is not even driving right now for
yeah,
2 months
so
almost.
correct. So why would I want to pay insurance for the mileage that I didn't do? So I think these kind of innovations will now start becoming more and more prominent, because people will understand that these are not theoretical discussions and these can happen. So on the motor insurance side, I expect those products to come on very strongly. On the health insurance side, the demand will go up. We're already seeing a lot of awareness. People are now realizing that, look here, even a simple flu like this can cost me 2.5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, depending on the hospital that you get admitted to and the number of days that you're in either quarantine or hospitalized. So I think people realize that, look here, I can't take my health and finance for granted. So I think we believe that the demand for these products will go up. We're already seeing a deep interest when we speak to customers. Our health insurance, if you ask me, year on year, despite the COVID, has actually gone up. If I compare April 20 numbers to April 19 numbers, we have seen a sharp growth in the numbers. So I think this will happen.
Fantastic.
Probably the rest of the industry will also see this demand coming through, because end of the day, people know that, a product becomes a product which is bought and not sold when people see value.
Absolutely.
When
And I
people
think
see when the
specifically you spoke about sporting events, right? So there is IPL, there is Kabaddi. There are so many sporting events happening in this country. In fact, there are these number of marathons also. Every
yeah,
area has a little marathon. I know you are a marathon runner yourself. So
yeah.
what can people like this do if I'm an event organizer who's organizing, let's say, a small marathon to somebody organizing IPL? What are the options they have?
No, again, there are many covers available. In fact, we ourselves have provided insurance cover to a couple of marathons last year. Of course, those were health-related insurance covers where we covered all the athletes for any accident or for any what do you call health ailment which happens during the course of the marathon. So it's an event we cover. So you run a marathon. Suppose you have a cardiac and you collapse, then the hospitalization will get taken care of because the sponsors, the marathon sponsors, have already paid the premium covering all the people who run the marathon. You run the marathon, you sprain a leg and you fall down and you lose a limb, even that could be covered. So similarly, you can cover the entire marathon itself. You spend crores of rupees in organizing one, and last day something happens, a disruption happens, and you want to cover it. But only thing you have to be specific. If you buy a flood cover because rains can happen for a marathon, you can't substitute that with a pandemic cover, which you need to take. So I think customers need to probably be a little bit wary of many of these things and take the specific covers which will help them recoup the losses that they incur in the event of any such untoward incident.
Absolutely. I think, and you were yesterday talking about digital transformation and how normally it takes years or even decades for large companies to do it. But because of COVID, we have seen large companies like yours transform in
Yeah,
a matter of days and weeks. So, how has the transformation been at Kotak, and
I
what
think
has been your experience?
my good friend Tina has helped me in this. Tina is there is no alternative, right? She has come in and helped
Tina,
me.
there is no alternative. That's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tina has helped me a lot because while we were ready with all the digital initiatives and we were absolutely we haven't developed anything new in the last 60 days. We were already ready with all this, but when there is some other alternative, people sometimes don't make the right choice. Inertia and getting used to a way of living is something that all of us are probably victims of. So when there is no alternative, when Tina comes into play, then the transformation happens very, very rapidly. So I'm very proud for the last 45 days that we have all been at home. I've been at home, never ventured out for a day to the office. My company's been running absolutely smoothly. We have been clearing claims with better efficiency than even before. Our policy issuance turnaround times have dropped and everything has happened digital. Not a single paper has reached our office and we have been able to settle claims, open new policies and service our customers through the call center. So it's been a fantastic time. And I think sometimes it wonders why an external shock is required sometimes for us to embrace. I can give a health paradigm. All of us talk about being fit. But once in a while something happens, you get a heart attack or you find that your BMI is now bad and you can't breathe. That's when you realize and you start running or start being on diet. So actually the bad habits in health flows also into our professional lives, where unless we have put a gun on our head, sometimes people don't act. So
No,
Tina
and
has
I think
helped
it's
me a lot.
amazing, right? That how this concept that there needs to be an office where everybody needs to come and sit together,
Yeah.
that in an information economy, and especially for a business like insurance, I mean, you don't manufacture anything, right? Insurance policy is not something a thing. It is at the maximum a piece of paper which has to reach to you. So if you really look at for an insurance company, particularly, your product is completely virtual, your service is virtual, and what you deliver is also virtual because you can digitally transfer the money to a particular person.
Yeah.
So
For us,
it is.
the only physical involvement is settling a claim because very often we need to be on the site. Suppose you have a bad accident in your car, we need to come and inspect the car. But yes, you don't need to come to the office. So we can run a virtually insurance company on the ground and on the cloud. Let me put it this way.
Absolutely
On
right.
the,
That's exactly what I was saying. That
yeah.
on the
So
ground and on the crowd, and insurance is really a use case which uses data. Right, the
yes.
entire business is underlying data with actuarial data and predictions and all of that.
So
Right.
हमें जमीन और आसमान चाहिए, real estate नहीं चाहिए.
Cloud. Yeah,
Asman for the
exactly.
cloud, for computing, and Zameen for real world activities where we have to go and see a patient or we have to inspect a risk. So we don't need floor space. Zameen chahiye, Asman chahiye, bas. No RIT
So
chahiye.
you talked about this concept, which is very fascinating. That car insurance based on how much you drive. If I am driving lower, I pay lower insurance. If I drive higher, I pay higher insurance. And it sounds absolutely logical. And now I think when it comes to health, there is this entire debate, and we are working with you also on products, which is saying that similarly on the same line, somebody who is taking care of their health, who's exercising, needs to be a lower risk and pay lower premium, and somebody who is not should be incentivized to do that. So what is your thought around the entire the whole space of how health insurance itself is going to transform? And I know Kotak is doing a lot of stuff on that too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think the thought process of what a health insurance company should be doing has evolved over a period of time. I think if I go back the last 10 years, 15 years back, health insurers were obviously wanting to financially indemnify the client by being ready to pay and service a claim. Over a period of time, the thought process has changed. What's the best way I can keep my company profitable and you healthy, right? If you don't go to a hospital at all, right? In a perverse way, if you see the number of deaths in Bombay has actually come down, right? So because people are living more healthy today, they're not stressed with traffic, they're not stressed with work. So people number of getting hospitalized is less. So I think keeping people healthy should be the larger mission and goal of insurance companies, rather than trying to be there to settle a claim. That is important. That's a product we sell. But the larger goal should be keeping people healthy. And that's where I think products like what we are doing with you in terms of incentivizing customers to run, to walk, to be active, to eat nutritious food, to stay away from unhealthy lifestyles. All this will help the customer in terms of maintaining a healthy lifestyle and stay away from hospitals. And it helps us a lot because if the number of people staying away from hospitals goes down, our claims goes down. And when our claims goes down, our price will go down, right? So it benefits everybody in the larger ecosystem. Clients will get lower premium. We will have lower claims. It's a very, very self-fulfilling prophecy towards larger well-being.
It's always said that there is normally, whenever you're trying to do a change, there's a lot of friction in the organization. So how have your employees reacted to this? Because, insurance is again a traditional sector. While you have a team which is young and dynamic, there is a layer which may be not as ready for change, or they have a little challenge. How has the response been from overall employees?
I think it's been awesome for two reasons. One is we are relatively a young organization, so not too much of baggage. Our average age is also pretty low. So I think we have a lot of these millennials and the Gen Y working for us. And the rest of us are all young at heart. So I think the adaptation has been extremely smooth. And I don't think we have struggled at all. We struggled with physical infrastructure like a VPN license or some extra bandwidth. But the adoption at the employee level has been fantastic. They've all been coping up very well. Of course, it's a new reality. First 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 weeks took some time for people to settle down. But I think it will take some effort to pull out people from houses now and say, hey, get back to work. Because people have
they have tasted blood. They have tasted blood, right? Sitting at home and then doing all of this. Yeah. Now you're asking me to travel 1 hour, 2 hours, and then.
Yeah, in Bombay, you know that half the time we spend time in the car. So I think so. It's been quite good. Yeah, it's been quite inspiring, I would say. And I'm extremely happy to see how the world has changed in a very positive way. We are polluting less. We breathe clean air now. And the rivers and beaches are looking far cleaner. I think it's a kind of a good detox for the entire world, And while some
detox to the world, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's a lovely detox.
There's an interesting question here from Mahesh from Aman, who's saying that in this age of essentials and instant gratification, how do private players like yourself make insurance a necessity, an essential commodity for the idea of self-germinating in people's mind? How do you create an urge for people to chase and pay for insurance like does one for Atta or gym membership? So how can you make insurance a product which people are running to get for? Right now it has to be push, are kharido. Will this change, or are you seeing any change?
No, I think definitely we are seeing a change. If you look at some of the new categories of insurance which have come, the low volume, low priced, high volume insurance which is being bought. Today you buy a consignment from Flipkart. You want to make sure that the consignment reaches you safely. You pay a small premium and insure that, right? In the seasons, let's say July, August, September in Bombay, you may want to buy an episodal insurance only for dengue because you realize that, I can pay $200 just in case I get dengue in the next 3 months, I'll be taken care of. I think these sachet products, what we call them, products which are small value, very, very high in terms of providing cover, in terms of utility, will be the best way to make people get used to the idea of insurance, especially for the younger generation. Because I remember when I was 25, 30, I used to always believe nothing can happen to me. You're in that what do you call, era of life where you believe you're immune to everything. As long as you're having fun, partying, working hard, and enjoying life, you feel it's not going to hit you. So I think, especially India being a young country, I think we'll have to find innovative ways of providing insurance to people where they see value for it. I'm sure once they cross 35, 40, get married, have 2 kids, buy a house, get into a job, they'll all realize that, look here, it costs money. And these incidents do happen. So I think the reality hits you when you see people around you having serious economic setbacks because of lack of insurance. So I think it's a question of adaptation, giving them products which they can consume easily. And over a period of time, I think as they grow older and mature, I think they will embrace it automatically.
So what is your take on auto insurance? There is the feeling that once the lockdown is over, there are still going to be massive, the new car sales are expected to go down, and there is generally auto sector seem to be taking a hit on this. And what is your outlook on that? And except this thing of pay as you drive insurance, are you seeing any other innovations coming up?
No, I think auto sector is going to be stressed. It will probably be one of the most difficult sectors in the post-COVID era, because whoever imagined that a player like Maruti will not sell a single car in the 30 days of April, So I think the auto sector will take time, because end of the day, it's a discretionary product. It's a lifestyle product for some people, especially the automobile private cars are something that people buy because they feel they want to upgrade their lifestyle. So auto sector will struggle, and which also means that premium coming from new car insurance will be muted. Industry is already facing difficulties. Even last year when the slowdown happened, I think the growth rate has hardly been in the OD premium, hardly anything. It's virtually been flat. So I predict that the auto insurance will get more competitive because it will be more insurance companies chasing less premium, which also means that it will be quite price sensitive, and it will benefit the customer in that sense, because whenever there is a scramble for business, customers tend to benefit because of lower prices. So I do predict that the auto sector will be challenging for insurance companies in terms of getting premiums. On the claim side, yes, maybe April has been a month where claims have not come in, but to my mind that will settle down, and over a period of time the benefits will get passed on to the consumers in terms of better pricing.
And now that the government is already planning to open up the lockdowns, what is your plan to come back? Because now here, in fact, even at Goki, we were having this debate on what is the best way to get people back to office. Have you thought about any plan like that?
Yes, we already have a plan. In fact, we are putting it in place. We're just waiting for the regulations to come from, while the central government has announced, we also need to look at what are the state governments doing. Is the Mumbai Chief Minister going to announce something which may be different from what the central government has announced? When I say different, more stringent, maybe, we don't know. But we are getting ready. I think the idea is to segregate employees into various types. Employees who probably need to come to office, in the sense demands that they spend. Some employees who probably will be on the field always, and employees who can continue to work from home. The idea is to not get more than 1/3 of the people inside the offices, so that we are able to maintain social distancing within the office. So I think on a need basis only we will get people. It is not that we are all ready to staff and go back to normal, the earlier situation. I think it will be a graded call. Maybe to start with, maybe employees who have to come will come probably 2 times a week or 3 times a week. I, for instance, have been away from office. I believe I can do with just 3 days a week. Just go on Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a few hours to oversee things and continue working like this. So a staggered approach, determining the role of the employee and deciding whether he needs to come at all or not. If you do all this, and of course maintain serious hygiene in terms of cleanliness of the office, hygiene, sanitizers, masks, temperature control devices where we measure the temperature regularly. All those, I think, precautions need to be taken. But I think we will try and operate wherever possible with the minimum number of staff required, so that we are only able to improve on the already existing levels that we do. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Sorry. Yeah.
So I have a few questions for you. Tell me,
Yep.
how is Goki building? I'm sure Goki's engagement level with customers would have gone up dramatically. So how do you see your customers responding in these times in terms of engaging with your platform, engaging with your nutritionists, and how is the activity level on your Goki platform?
So actually, it is really interesting to see the consumer reaction to something like COVID. I think customers are now all seeking what is right for themselves and their families. There is too much confusion. There is too much fake news, right? From telling people that drink alcohol to do this, to do that, and everybody is dispensing a lot of fake news around health. So we are seeing a massive jump on our video consumption where people are coming attending our live sessions of coaches, doctors, yoga instructors, and a lot of them I have so many questions and queries and confusion on what to do, what not to do. There have been a lot of questions, for example, around vitamin C and vitamin D. And as you all know, people are saying, "Are vitamin C khao, vitamin D khao," and people have been asking us a lot
Have
of
you got
questions.
queries whether are people asking you whether if I drink Dettol I'll be better? Some of our
Believe me,
news
people have
channel
asked
from the US.
all kinds of queries people have been asking. But the good thing is that, see, people are, WhatsApp forwards are the worst way to get health information. Unfortunately, WhatsApp has become so prevalent and everybody is sending some WhatsApp or the other on health. So I think one very big thing we are doing is on the health content side. The second big thing which we are doing is on the fitness side. As you know, we have partnered with Fit India. And right now, literally millions of kids every day are joining Goki live classes on 9:30 in the morning to do live workouts. So we are seeing a jump in the live workouts of people because there is right now no option but to be fit in wherever you are. And I know you're also doing a lot of workouts at home. So
Yes.
workouts at home has definitely jumped up.
What's
Third thing, which is
what's my
again,
cross training activity? You should ask me what am I doing for cross training. No,
what is your cross training activity?
Jadu, Bharta, Pocha. No, that is my cross training. Helps me build my sturdy back when I'm doing what do you call Bhartan, because I have to lean and do it for almost 20-30 minutes. I use a vacuum cleaner or go down and do pocha. That helps me again with my core, I can say. So I think a good cross training is happening because of doing household work. No.
I think, in fact, in the future, management training should also include household chores for CEOs and management, right? Because, very frankly, of course, in the West, people still do it, but in India, we have never grown up in that culture, right? We always have had, either house help or, your wife or your mother. Somebody does that, right? While we are working. But I think this time, it's amazing to see how all the men, especially, I'm not saying women of course are great, but this time the men have also equally contributed on the household chores. So kudos to everybody. In fact, just for that, we created an entire exercise series of doing exercise with household chores. So there are actual live videos of
All
how
right.
what you exactly said. We have made household videos on that. Another thing actually which we are seeing a lot is very high interest in mental health. I think people are realizing that, if at all, I think what the toll is taking on people is less physical, but more mental, because there is this constant anxiety. People think, oh, what may happen to my job? What if somebody contracts COVID? People have either parents or somebody who's senior in your house. So I think there is a lot of anxiety which we are seeing. The second thing we are seeing is sleep. Massive effect in people's sleep. People are not getting a lot of sleep. People are, waking up late, and again, people are losing the concept of days, right? So the office actually made you follow a routine. It was a 10 to 6, and then you had a Saturday and then Monday. And right now, every day feels like a same day. So people
I
have
know.
kind of suspended in animation where they don't know what to react. So we are seeing a jump in people attending our meditation lessons. So meditation is very big. And I know that mental health is something you also focus a lot on. So I know you've been doing a lot of yoga and other things. So tell us a little bit about how you've been keeping healthy and fit while in quarantine.
No, actually, I've not been a yoga person. I've been a very restless guy. So I've been a runner, but unfortunately, around December, January, I really had some problems with my legs. So I had to skip the Tata Mumbai Marathon this year. And ever since, I've been working hard to get back in shape. And I must say the last 40 days have been enormously beneficial, because now I'm able to devote 1 hour almost every day to every part of my body, whether it's my quadriceps, whether it is my hamstrings, whether it is my calves. So I do my core, I do my abs. So I've been able to do a lot of strengthening exercises. I loved running. I hated gym or hated
I
doing
think
strengthening.
since last we met, I can certainly see you have lost a few pounds, and I can see you looking much
Yes.
more younger and fitter for sure.
In fact, I must say, my doctor I went to, he said, look here, he made a very nice statement. He said, how old are you? I said, look here, I'm 51. He said, you have been running on strength, you've been running on what you call determination, not on strength, you know. So he
Ah,
said, at your age, you got to be realistic about your, what do you call, where you get your adrenaline from. I said, first statement, I agree. Second statement, I don't. I'll go back and get fit. So I'm very happy now. I did 10 kilometers for the last 3 weeks. I've been doing on the treadmill. So from not being able to run 1 kilometer because of that serious pain I had, I think the last 45 days have been superb. And I've never felt better. I'm waiting for the lockdown to get over so that I hit the road and go back to doing my half marathons, you know. So
oh wow,
it's
that's
been a
amazing.
wonderful period. It's been a wonderful period. In fact, I jokingly say that I'm on Mahesh 2.0 or 3.0, and I'm seeing a different version of me, no, far more calm. And I think all of us have realized that you can't take life for granted. It's a good reset button, mentally and physically, because it tells you, look here, we all were caught in this mad rush and the what you call the hectic corporate life. But these are moments which let you pause and reflect upon life itself, you know, and things that we thought was important suddenly doesn't seem important, you know. Nobody cares a damn what color tie you're wearing or what shoes you're wearing, what brand. Irrelevant in these times, you know. Suddenly you realize that there's more meaning to life than some of the things we have been used to, you know. So I think so I'm a completely different version. I'm Mahesh 2.0 or 3.0, call it whatever you want, but I'm a completely different aspect, what do you call, perspective about life.
So interestingly, we talk about this concept at Goki called level up your life. So our whole idea is that how can you be a better version of yourself every day? What is the one thing you can do more? Whether you can walk more, exercise more, sleep more, drink more water, and you have just proven right now exactly when you described yourself as Mahesh 2.0. That proves that you have massively increased from where you were before to where you are now. And you know what? We have a test to see if Mahesh 2.0 actually can perform the way it is. So what we're going to do
Yeah.
is we're going to challenge you to hold your breath for at least a minute. I have a Goki stopwatch here on our device, so we'll be measuring this over here, and we are going to challenge you for a. I'll do it too with you, okay? Just to be fair, we will have
So you want me to do
a
it now?
stop. Yeah, 1 minute. So we'll both hold our breath starting from here, so that
1 second, 1
everybody
second.
can see live that actually Mahesh is being really Mahesh 2.0. So let me know when you're
Yes,
ready.
let me see. I've
I'm
never
ready
done
with.
this before. 1 second, 1 second. Let me put on my timer as well. So I've never done this before, but any time is a good
That's
time
the
to
new
do.
Goki wearable, by the way. With
All right. So here we go.
one, let's start. I'll give you the 1, 2, 3. Right. So
Okay.
ready? 1, 2, 3. Start. Wow. Wow, we have done a live test and you have qualified 1 minute breath hold. So everybody out here, one of the best ways to see if your
Survivor.
lungs are lungs are stronger because, as you know, COVID attacks your lungs, is to do this 1 minute breath hold. So try it, start with 30 seconds and level up. So Mahesh,
has certainly got it, and he can actually go up to 2 minutes,
Let me,
1
let
minute,
me,
which is
let me check
amazing.
one
By the way,
minute.
Mahesh, a lot of questions even now. I'm just struggling to check the questions between different platforms.
Hussain is asking that those health and auto policies expired in March. Does the renewal period extend by 3 months grace period during this lockdown? So he's asking that, is there a
No,
grace period we will get?
IRDA has announced grace periods, but the last was till May 3rd. So now we'll have to wait and see for further instructions.
So
till the
right now,
lockdown
Hussain,
first,
IRDA has said May 3rd, but looks like they will extend because if it's a
we don't know.
lockdown.
Because of lockdown, we have to wait and see.
Yeah, so we have to wait for what the government says, but currently there is no such thing. So we will get back.
No,
There
so
are a couple more questions.
they have given an exemption till the lockdown period ends. So now we'll have to see and wait for further instructions. Otherwise, till May 3rd, yes, customers could have probably availed of the benefit.
Yeah. Somebody is asking, I want to know what's the premium percentage on health insurance with Kotak Bank. I am a premium customer of Kotak. Not bad. We have customers asking for business here. That's a good one. That's a good sign.
About 31% of our business comes from health and PA.
Wow. I know. And he wants to know what is the premium percentage? Like what are the basic plans? What do they start from? I think that's what he means. If he wants to buy a plan.
We have plans with, so we have plans starting from 50,000 rupees. These are health indemnity plans. So we have plans for family. We have plans for individuals. We also have a tie-up with Goki. So you can also enroll on a plan where we will be giving you a device which you can wear and measure your health. So that's a sandbox product which we have launched with Goki. So just ping on our website or call on our toll-free number, and we'll reach out to you and make sure that you get the best plan.
There's also a question from Rajas. He's saying that lately there has been a boom in people taking interest in staying fit and healthy eating. Will this interest sustain once the normal routine resumes, or is this something that the corporates can do from their side to encourage fitness?
Well, I think Goki is probably the catalyst in this, I would say, because your devices are selling more and more, and people are now, I think a Fitbit or a handheld or a wristband device is something that all of us are used to. My father, he is 84 and he's been using his, Apple Watch now to look at the number of steps he's doing. So I think the consciousness and the awareness is building substantially. And all of us are probably cogs in that process of aiding the increase in spread of awareness and making customers benefit from what they do. So I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It will keep growing. And spread the word around. All of you keep spreading the word around. That's what we need.
Yeah. So there are a lot of people who have joined who are students and who are, let's say, young executives in early stages of their career. What is any advice you have for students as well as executives who are right now in their careers? What should they do? Because they are all having an uncertainty around the future. So being somebody who's senior in the industry, any advice you can give people on the career side?
Well, I think this is the best time to actually look at entrepreneurship as an option. In case you have a problem in terms of you're a student graduate who's got an offer, if the company is going to maintain the offer and get you in, nothing like it, please go and work. If some of you have not got an offer because of the COVID situation, because of the economic slowdown, don't lose your heart. I think because this country is what it is because of the great entrepreneurial spirit, right? India is probably the best example of unorganized sector, only because there are so many millions of entrepreneurs in this country, So I think it's a good time to look at your own skill sets. 2-3 things you can do. One is if you have the penchant for starting a business, start a business. This is the time to give your idea a boost. If your idea is good and you have a good prototype, there are private equity investors who will still come in, and angel investors will come in and invest in you. If you have a talent, develop it. If you think you're good at music and you have not had the opportunity to play music, try and give it a shot. Give your passion a shot in these times. That's what I would say, because ultimately your passion is what is going to make you progress in life.
Passion always will pay you. Passion will finally pay you. In the long term.
Some of us get juxtaposed, or some of us get a little bit what do you call, constrained because we do what is conventionally right. For instance, I did engineering only because, being a boy from Chennai what do you call, South Indian family, education was very important. And if you didn't do an engineering, you were supposed to be not keeping in with the Jones, but yeah, very soon I realized that I want to do something else, So I think this is the time to unleash your passion, focus on your hobbies, focus on picking up new habits. If you're still studying and you're not really, then go and do more courses. I'm told all the course platforms like Coursera are seeing unprecedented amount of candidates coming in. Learn artificial intelligence, learn blockchain, learn about something else in your own course. If you're an artist, learn something new. If you want to learn music, so this is a time to unleash your passion, keep your learning going, and look at ways and means of becoming an entrepreneur if you really need the money.
No, that's really well said. You also talked about online learning. Is there any particular course or like you recommend people to look at, because there are so many, so people are all confused what kind of courses they should look at? Do you recommend anything online?
No, I think just go to Google and you'll be able to find out a lot of courses. Coursera is one popular one that I've heard of. Many of our own colleagues in office use it. I think Khan's Academy is pretty good because even today I go back to Khan's Academy if I need some brushing up of basics, because he's a fantastic tutor, been around for many years. So there's a concept that I need to learn, which has come in new or I've forgotten, that quickly I go to Khan's Academy and listen to a 2-minute video, and the concept gets cleared in my mind, So I think there are many of them. If your kids, of course, Byju's is there. It's the most popular one. So I think a lot of them are available, yeah. I think just go to Google or Alexa and ask. You'll see,
I think there's an interesting question from Tarun saying that how is Kotak looking at insurance distribution post-COVID? Are you looking at any disruption on the distribution side?
Well, I think we are going more and more digital, so to speak. So I think we find that remotely health insurance policies can be sold. So we are using telephone, we are going digital, and we are going direct to customer. I think these are the 3-4 things that we are really ramping up on to make sure that we are able to service customers and offer them health insurance in a completely different way than what we have been used to in the past.
So digital is going to become more and more important. That's amazing. I think that's going to be the flavor everywhere, right? Digital distribution.
Yeah.
I think, we've covered a lot of grounds here. I know there are some more questions, but I think Mahesh is always going to be available on Twitter and other platforms to answer it. But I must say, Mahesh, it has been an absolute delight to learn and understand so many things from you. I think this has given especially me a great opportunity to learn. And I'm sure people out here who've been online will be also using this to learn. And also people understand now the importance of insurance. So whether you are a small business or an individual or organizing an event, I mean, today people are realizing that how a small investment in insurance could have potentially saved people so much more, and especially on COVID, right? Today, COVID patients are paying anything from 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, depending on where you are getting treated or how severe your disease is. While I think a COVID insurance, what is the standalone COVID insurance costing today if somebody just has to buy COVID?
Yeah, I think depends for the number of the kind of cover, but it can be anywhere between 250 rupees to 500 rupees, depending on the cover,
So,
whether it is 25,000 or 50,000 or a lakh.
So, I mean, let's take the cover at 1,000 rupees or even 2,000 rupees. I'm just saying if you invest 2,000 rupees and for the next full year, even if you do get COVID, God forbid, there is a way where you will be saved 2 lakh rupees, right? So I think that's the thing which people need to understand, and you can't buy this after you get COVID.
So this is something which has to be done before and not after. And of course, Kotak is one of the best brands out there. Kotak Bank, Kotak Insurance, and Kotak overall is such a respected house. And Uday Kotak and the entire management team out there, kudos to you and how you've been running the bank and how you've been running insurance and all the other units, business units. I think we are really, really proud of a business like Kotak, and I'm a happy Kotak customer myself. Sure. And everybody out here, be safe, be healthy, and let us all now work towards getting back to normal. People who are in the green zone, please be careful, please roam around and have fun. People in orange zone need to be careful, and especially people in red zone, we are where we are. We are just hoping that in the next few weeks or months, normalcy comes back and we are all rearing back to growth, and that's what the India story is. Thanks again,
Thank you,
everybody.
Vishal.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Mahesh.
thanks, Vishal. Thank you so much for having me on this platform. It's been wonderful to interact with so many people, and great to connect with an old friend like you. I think we both have a lot of promising ideas which we need to implement together. So thanks for having me on your platform. And guys, for all of you out there, time to reboot and upgrade.
Absolutely. And we will be having this video available on YouTube, on Goki and other platforms. So you can always be able to share and look at it. So thank you once again. Namaste.